Hi, I'm Mrs. Wysong, and I'm here to talk about the floor plan project. So I'll work some examples and make sure you've got formulas if needed, and then just kind of go over the general way to turn in a project. All right, let's get started. Okay, the first thing is we're asked is to find PR double prime. And what we're looking for when they give us the dilation rule is we're trying to look for the measurement. So if we're told that PR is 3 and I want to find from P to R prime, I'm told that the dilation rule is P comma 4. So what does that mean? That means that I'm 4 times the size of the given. So if they're giving me that PR is 3, then P to R prime is 3 times dilation rule, which is 4, which would be 12. Okay, we're going to multiply that out to get there. And then if I had to do that for another dimension, I do the same thing. It's still times 4. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Now we're looking at scale factors. So remember, scale factor is the ratio of the lengths of the corresponding sides of similar polygons. If their ratios are not similar, if they're not equal, then that means they're not similar. Okay, so we're giving you the similar polygons and we're asking you to find the scale factor. So I'm looking at the larger rectangle in reference to the smaller rectangle. So then I would start with the large measurement over the smaller measurement. And we're told that LO is 3 and GI is 2. So that's where these numbers come from. And then I'll check it again because they gave me 2 other measurements. So I'll go ahead and check those. 6 over 4. And if I wanted to keep going, this is a rectangle. So then I would, opposite sides are equal. And then I would find that scale factor to be 3/2. Okay, so then my scale factor would be 3 over 2. So the larger rectangle is 3/2 the size of the smaller triangle, or going backwards, the smaller triangle is 3/2 less the size of that larger triangle, not triangle, rectangle. All right, let's see. Our next slide. So then you're asked to actually design a floor plan. Don't let that get overwhelming. It can be a simple rectangle drawn on a sheet of paper, and as long as you have everything that needs to be on there, it can be, like I said, a very simple drawn out, separated into 5 rooms. Label those rooms, following all those directions that you're told, labeling those rooms. Sometimes students will get really extravagant and find a really cool floor plan on the internet. That is totally fine. It needs to have measurements though. So as long as, if you find one and it doesn't have measurements, then you need to put measurements in. Now, I don't want one off the internet that has the scale factor and the math done for you. That's for you to show me. So it can, like I said, it can have the measurements already on there, and it can be a 3-story home if that's what you want to show me, but I only need measurements for 5. Another thing I want to caution you is if you do have the 5 rooms and you're drawing them your own, I don't want them to be the same size. I don't even want 2 of them to be the same size if those are the 5 that you're showing me. So the 5 rooms that you're doing work for need to be all different measurements, okay? So you can't say same as kitchen, same as living room. That won't work. You'll only get credit for the ones that you did, okay? So as long as you're showing all that work, I do give an example as well in the project so you can see kind of the layout that we want. Um, your measurements must have labels. So what does that mean? Well, I should see inches, feet, yards, if you want to do meters, centimeters. I should see that in your floor plan, okay? So I don't just want 5 and scale factor 4, 5 times 4 equals 20. 20 what? So you will lose some points on that. Again, most importantly, just make sure you follow those directions and it'll guide you with what we need to see. Okay. And let's look at the remember. So this is more just your policy remembering kind of deals. When you make edits to your project, you'll download it. It's all Google Docs this year. So when you open that up, you can't write on it. Everyone's opening that project. So that one is locked. You have to make a copy, rename it. We don't like to see copy of, I'd like to see your last name. So mine would say Y Song Floor Plan Project. So that when I open up your link, then I see your name on there and it, just kind of helps that way. Make sure you change your settings for anyone with the link so that we're not saying, why song you forgot to share your link properly, I can't open it, and then it just kind of delays us from grading it. Okay. As always with anything, if you're needing help, don't be shy. Reach out to us, make an appointment with your teacher, or come into the support room. We can't do the problem on the project, but we can make sure that you're understanding that concept. Okay. Huge with any project, anything you do in life, you always want to maintain your integrity. I want to see your work. I don't want to see someone else's work that they put dishonestly on the internet. Just to kind of let you know, a lot of those are wrong. So that's kind of how we catch those because they're the wrong answers, or I don't know where these numbers come from. So just do your project. Okay, that will be the best thing. And if you're having trouble, that's why we're here. All right. Again, I can't stress enough, show your work, always look at the rubric, answer the questions that are asked, and show your work so that we can give you credit. So you not only can you lose credit by not showing your work, but you may actually gain some credit. So let's say you find the answer is wrong, but the way you set it up looked really good, and somehow you just didn't add or subtract correctly, or you multiplied incorrectly, then we can help you out and guide you as to where your error was. Plus, we can still give you some credit. Okay, so it won't be 0 out of 5. It'll be a little bit better. All right. Okay, well, have fun with this and let us know if you need anything. Take care.